Hello viewers, welcome to another video on the channel, and in this video it will be the number one of a playlist. This playlist will only be about drones, that's FPV drones specifically, and Betaflight. So here I have a frame for an FPV drone. It's a 5-inch, and not only that, I'll be showing you how exactly you should configure your drone, how the wires should be placed on the board. I'm not going to tell you how to route your wires. You should be creative enough to understand how to, but I'm not going to teach you about soldering either. But I'm going to be telling you where what goes. Generally, that's it. Now, in this prerequisite video, what you need to get is Betaflight. Now you can download Betaflight through GitHub, or you can use Betaflight online. I use Betaflight online, but regardless of having GitHub, the downloaded version or the online version, it still comes to the same thing. The biggest issue with connecting your drone to Betaflight is number one, internet access. But once you have internet access, you should be good to go. But number two is drivers for your drone. So I'll be showing you right now how to actually use Betaflight online. So I'm going to go to Google and have app. I'll go to Betaflight. By typing this online, I will get app Betaflight right here. And that's generally what you'll actually get if you download Betaflight. Later on in the series, you'll also get an understanding of your receiver. So here I have a Jumper T14, so you get a better understanding of your receiver, how to connect your receiver to your transmitter from your drone, and also your goggles, how to configure your goggles, what you need when you have to get the goggles. Also for the receiver, when choosing the receiver, what you have to understand about it, what kind of models do it use, is it compatible with your receiver, and also is it compatible with the software that you use to flash your drones and so on. So first and foremost, we have already gotten Betaflight. It's quite simple. We have got it online. But the second thing that you have to really understand is Betaflight don't always work. I'm going to plug in a drone, so let me get on a USB. So here I have my flight controller, and all the wires are already connected to it. So what I'm going to be doing, I'll be showing a display on the screen of the pinout, and I'll be giving a quick explanation as to where what goes and why it goes there. Now I'm going to plug in my flight controller right there, and it should automatically connect, because here on the screen I have auto connect right here. Now this one probably I have not connected because I have not connected this specific drone to my computer. So now I have to use, I'm going to go back a bit. So here I can't find my USB device, and I know for a fact that my drone's working because the blue light is on. You may not have a blue light, but when you plug in your USB, you will get a light on your drone, or your drone will light up. So I can't find my USB device. Sometimes if that does not work, you click on I can't find my DFU device, in case you have a used drone and it's probably in DFU mode. Or also if you want to flash the drone or update the firmware and then you got issues with it. So here in that specific drone, it is a Kakut H7 by Holybro, and it has, like all other drones, well, majority of other drones, it has the IMU, it has the gyro built into the CPU right here. Now we're not going to go all with the settings as yet, but that will be in the next video, so stay tuned to it. So the reason why I plugged my drone is because sometimes you have configurations not going out quite well. Sometimes your drone may not show up regardless of you clicking you can't find your USB device. That's only for the online version. The non-online version, which is the one you download, when you download it, sometimes you plug in your drone and sometimes you will hear the computer make the sound, the lights will come on, but the drone will not get connected to Betaflight, and I will tell you why. So I'm going to disconnect my drone as a simulation that it just won't connect. I'm going to scroll down below. So here you have hardware drivers that you need to get. Here you have CP210X drivers, which is the fundamental for Betaflight. You need to download that. It's quite easy to download. Just click here, simple as that. The other one is Zadig. Now Zadig, on the other hand, I will open it. Now Zadig, on the other hand, I will show you exactly how to work with Zadig. Sometimes here will be blank, but then when you plug in your drone and you hear that your drone actually connects, please ignore the background where you see that it connects to Betaflight, just simulating that it does not connect. You don't click on options, click on list all devices, and then you click on the drop down now, and then here you can see your different devices. Here is Betaflight, so the one that says Betaflight, that's the one you have to click on. So that's your Betaflight drivers right there, and then you can select replace or upgrade drivers. Now you toggle it using those little arrows on the side here. What I usually do when my drone, I try to flash it but the flashing fails and so on, I usually go through that series here and update the drivers or replace the drivers. So I'll have a link in the description below to Zadig to make it easier, because the reason being, a couple days ago, the driver updater, the website no longer hosts, it no longer provide those that software, not Zadig that is, but the next one. So since this is Zadig here, you're going to usually just plug in your drone, you'll always get it, and then you're going to toggle and update all drivers or replace drivers if needs be. Now simulating that the drone also is not working, is also not connected. Sorry, it's also connected, but it just wouldn't go, it wouldn't connect to Betaflight. The other thing that you need is called ImplulseRC driver. That ImplulseRC driver fixer, like I said earlier, the website no longer hosts it, so it's no longer available online, but I will create a link on Mediafire or Mega to provide this software which is necessary. Now what happens when you use ImplulseRC is it fixes your drivers, so any drivers that need to be updated, it automatically find out which one that's needed. Sometimes when you update, click on up here, upgrade firmware. When you click on upgrade firmware for your drone, which is necessary when you just get a new drone, it's good to upgrade the firmware. Not only that, when you just come from the box, it's good to install a firmware on it by going to upgrade firmware. What happens is that you sometimes get errors, and that's the issue. When you try to flash it, and you might get an error while flashing, it sticks in DFU mode, and sometimes you do not get that drone into DFU mode. Sometimes the drone just won't go into DFU mode. So then what you need to do while this is running, you plug it in. I'm not going to plug it in because I do not want any processes right now. That works perfectly fine and I'm okay with it. But when it won't go in DFU mode, or it's probably stuck in DFU mode, I just do not know, because it probably was connected before prior to upgrading the firmware, and they just want display again, you plug in that while ImplulseRC driver fixer is running. It will recognize the device and then it will fix it. After that, it will reboot the device and then it will now be available on Betaflight. Now, there will say one thing. This final note that I have to give in this video is important. There's no specific Betaflight version besides what's required for for your flight controller. This flight controller uses Betaflight 4.x and higher, but people may believe 10.10 is the best one to use. No, there's nothing like that. What you have to understand is whatever that's required, whenever the version is higher than what's required for your flight controller, it will work just perfectly fine. All you need to do is fix your drivers, and that's the only way to do it. Because FPV drones and drivers using your computer is one of the most trickiest things. But anyways, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. In the next video, we'll be going ahead and speaking about what's necessary for building your drone, the parts that's needed, and so on. So thanks for watching.